Recording.
We are recording.
Joe, we gonna die. I see now. Get the fuck up.
Y'all know what time it is, man. My brother to the right of me, the one and only Ant Acid. What's poppin', baby?
What's going on, my guy?
And me, you already know. 2 times. I wanted to do it quick. You know what I'm saying? So that we could get right into it. You know what I mean?
Get it out of the way.
Yep. Because we need to be right here. By the way, this is the Jones Hour. This is Ant Acid. He's the producer of the show. Me, I'm Jones. It's, I guess, my hour, but it's our hour because we put in this work. And you know, already know we live every Sunday on the YouTube, Sunday afternoon. You already know. Check us out. Hit that, hit that follow, get that notification on your phone so you know when we popping off and shit like that. You know what I mean? And you know, if you miss a live, you know you're catching on all the streaming platforms that's out there. You know what I mean? So you know what the signal was, man. Playoffs, man. It's the playoffs, man. And we with the Knicks, well, you know, we did not start the way we needed to start this.
No, we did not get off to a good start whatsoever.
This was by far the worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like the worst case scenario happened and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That we be down 0-2. You know what I'm saying? Losing both games in the Garden.
Yeah.
And now going to Indiana tonight to play this game. You know what I'm saying? Like this was not part of the plan.
Definitely was not.
You know?
After all was said and done, you know, like I was looking back at it and, you know, like it's not like I would have felt better if we split. I wanted both of these games.
Right.
It wasn't even one. I wanted both of these games. You know, and yes, we are probably going to take at least one on the road, hopefully both, you know, but in reality, I wanted both of these, you know. I wanted to start this series out the same way that we started the last fucking series.
Yeah.
You know, it's so fucking crucial, so important, you know, and we needed to do that, and we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, because we literally have to make history now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, just the way we made history in a losing fashion in game 1, like that's never happened. Being up that much that late and losing in a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? At home and shit. You know, like so they already made history for the wrong reasons. Now we got to make history on the right reasons, at least for Knicks history.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To come back 0-2 like this and this with home court. You know what I'm saying? And coming back to win.
Yeah.
You know, so I would say, you know, we are a better road team than we are a home team.
We've been playing terrible at home.
Yeah. Throughout this whole playoffs.
It's
just not really been like our strong point. You know.
And it doesn't make much sense to me, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't.
You know,
you gotta go to enemy territory and shit.
So the reason why I have a slight problem with at least the MSG in general, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to James Dolan, much love to you, my man.
I guess.
But ticket prices are way too damn high. You know, and you have a whole section rows. The whole bottom section is just all wealthy people. You know, you have a whole like garden, and that's what the camera's fixated on. Like, I want an old school garden where people like, yeah, you did have a white collar, but like you had more blue collar mixed in there. You know, like it was more of a viable thing to be a Knicks fan for a lower income household. You know, and it would make it would be a huge difference if all those people that were out all the way on top were all the way on the fucking bottom. You know, it would make a huge fucking difference, but we don't live in that. Like,
I mean, times change, man.
no, of course.
It is what it is in terms of that. But I mean, still, it's the garden, man. And the shit was loud. I felt like it was loud.
Yeah.
It had its moments where it was there. I guess let's start right now in dissecting game one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Let's start dissecting game one. You know what I'm saying? A back and forth lead. A back and forth game, like 20 lead changes throughout the game and ties and all of this other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it looks like the game is wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? Until that last 3 minutes. I mean, but when you look out throughout the game, we're winning at the end of the first quarter.
Uh-huh.
We're winning at halftime.
Yeah.
You know, we're winning going into the third quarter
Yeah.
as well. You know what I'm saying? So throughout the game, even though there was these back and forth moments and whatnot, we're still winning, controlling the game. But what I will say, which I not only feel happened game one, but is also happened game two, the Knicks is playing at the Pacers pace.
Yeah, man.
This go running and gutting, and that's the Pacers game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why they've been able to have these spurts. You know what I'm saying? Where we need to like slow the game down all of a sudden, because this is not our game. You know what I'm saying? We're the half court team that needs to punish them and slow down the clock and needed, not so much scoring or reliance to score, where we have to now find these times, especially late in games, where we need a bucket now. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always going to be able to beat Jalen Brunson.
Detroit series, similar play style to us, at least for, nitpicky, like a lot of fouls, a lot of free throws, a lot of like, just in general, like a tough fought series.
Yeah.
And then we went into the Celtics and the series, and they played our style.
Mm-hmm.
They literally, we made them play our style, and we need to do the same goddamn thing again. Like, and the fact that we think that we could play their style, we're bullshitting ourselves right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not built to be playing their style. We don't have enough people on our fucking team to be playing their style.
Yeah.
We don't got enough legs on the bench to be playing their style.
Nah, of course not. Yeah. Which, I mean, I think is a problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that first game, also, even though they hit those shots, Obi Toppin was big. You know what I'm saying? Like, that move right there. Like, and quite frankly, in my opinion, Tibbs got outcoached. That's why we lost.
Yeah.
Tibbs got outcoached by Carlisle and making those moves and just completely like, Toppin go in, change the whole dynamic of the game. You know what I'm saying? Who can match fucking Toppin? Someone like Precious Achiuwa, but you haven't fucking put him in all fucking playoffs unless we up by 30.
Yeah.
Evident with Boston. You know what I'm saying? But you have this tight rotation. Campaign, to me, has lost his playoff ability.
Yeah.
No longer could play in the playoffs. No, we have to be desperate foul trouble for you to get in the game. You know what I'm saying? Not when Brunson needs a break.
We both came to the same exact moment. Like, 'cause I brought it up with you earlier, and you knew exactly what I was talking about.
Word.
Like, where in during the last game, like, just a moment where I was just like, get him off the fucking floor, and he was literally making the dumbest fucking face, going, and you're like, yo, bro, get the fuck off the floor.
Yeah.
Like, that dumb face should be directed towards yourself. Have some inner reflection right there.
Thanks.
Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm. and we basically choked. We did choke the game out, man. When it comes down to it, being up 14 points with like 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game, you got suckered into it. You turnover after turnover, like Jalen Brunson. We depend on you to hold the ball. You turning the ball over. Josh Hart, he can't stand on his feet. They both constantly on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Looking for fouls instead of playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? And these other guys are coming down the court,
I agree
banging shots.
Yeah.
Banging shots in your grill. Like, go ahead, keep on complaining or doing some other shit, looking for some other shit. Yo, get a fucking quality possession. How about that? How about you give the ball to Bridges, let him bring it up. Get them off of Jalen Brunson, slow the game down, call a fucking play. Like, that's what gets people tight with Tibbs. You know what I'm saying? Call the play where you could get a fucking basket.
Yep.
There has to be a fucking play called in your arsenal where this I call and we could score.
Facts.
And if not a basket, at least the highest quality shot possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you miss, you miss. I get it. But at least you got a quality shot out of a fucking timeout or something, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. There's been too many timeouts. There's been too many coming off, like, literally the bench, a whole team, and then us just doing nothing with it.
Yeah.
There's been too many times in this series where that's been the case. And that's kind of fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, all right, let's do what we do, like, and give them a fucking pep talk and shit. Like, they don't need a fucking pep talk, bro. They need a fucking goddamn play, and even if that play doesn't work, it's still like you have a direction. You're doing something. You know what I mean? Like, if your play style is this, that, and the third, and it's not working, then you need to adjust, bro.
Yeah. And the worst part about it is, like, we're the better team.
Yeah.
And they stole, like, both of these games. For game one, we're dominating to be up 14 points. The lead was up to like 17 or 21 or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're scraping that.
Bro, I was chilling.
You know what I'm saying?
I was watching the game.
Yeah, I dozed off winning. I was like, oh yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
I woke up with like 30-something seconds left. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Like, you can't be serious.
I started prepping to go out, smoke an L.
Yeah.
And then while I'm sitting there doing it, like, I'm like, God damn, moment where you're super pissed off and you can't be pissed off.
The roller coaster of emotion.
Yeah.
Of a high, like, we got it in the bag, to, damn, I can't believe we just lost this game in overtime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How it even got to overtime. You know what I'm saying? We got saved. His toe was on the line. He was about to bang it and run out the building. They was about to run out the building on a game winner that they shouldn't even have been in a position to even make.
Just in general trying to shit on us.
Just horrible possession after possession and no fucking. Yo, it was good.
Yo, what's good, bro?
There's no fucking like restructure. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you not gonna fucking call a timeout? They talking to. How you not gonna call a timeout and say something like we need to do this, we need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Control the ball.
Yeah.
They also wasted that fucking challenge that first game on that stupid play in the third quarter where you needed it in the fourth quarter when they called that foul on Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? That foul on Brunson was horrible. That got him his like fifth foul right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Early in the fourth quarter. Like you bad management. Like what I'm saying.
We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for the love.
Well, like, it's just bad management, bro. It's bad time management. And that's the other thing. I feel like Tibbs, like, coaches in the moment and never has a game plan for shit. You know what I'm saying? Never has it. And like, we're going to go through this guy, or we're going to game plan through over here, or, run pick and rolls or anything like that. Like, that, like, never seems to happen. You know what I'm saying? And they're constantly open. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How are they constantly open, shooting 3-pointers?
We have this whole fucking identity of defense, and we're literally giving them all these fucking open shots, bro.
Like, I don't understand it. Like, Where's the zone at again? Like
That
run a
comeback-
3-2
That
fucking zone.
yeah, that comeback wouldn't have been possible if we fucking like, you know what I mean? Like if we put our fucking foot on that throat,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been possible.
Mhm.
Slow it down, play hard defense.
Yeah.
We weren't in a position where when you have that much of a lead, you know, like one, put Chewy in, put other players
Yeah.
in, you
Like,
know,
have the confidence.
that can literally shut them down. Like I just need you to play defense, bro.
At
You
this
know?
point, I'd rather see fucking Colic in the game instead of fucking Cameron Payne.
Same.
It's like give this
Give
white
him-
boy a fucking
yo,
chance, yo.
Let
Give
him
this little nigga a fucking chance, nigga. Like, let
Yo.
me see this little nigga turn up.
crush New York.
I guarantee you, nigga, that nigga, it'll be like a fucking Jeremy Lin.
Yo,
shit.
we know for a fact that campaign is not it.
Yeah, no,
Alright.
you cannot get no more.
We
burn
have
at all.
no idea if Kolick is it or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, exactly.
You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Like if you put him in just put him in a position. Put him in a
Facts.
position to fucking do some shit.
Facts.
I want him as a backup.
Word up.
With this new we actually haven't even discussed this. The Knicks announced earlier today that they will be changing up the lineup for game 4 and game 3. And they will be having Josh Hart as a 6th man and
Mitch in the
Mitch
starting lineup.
in the starting lineup
It's
as
like-
a 5.
If you've been watching this show, bro, and you caught any of these last episodes since Brunson has been injured and shit like that, bro, I've been saying this shit for weeks that we need this big lineup in the game.
Yeah.
That Mitch and Cat need to be in the lineup with OG, Bridges, and Brunson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate defense, the ultimate compliment to Cat being a 3-point shooter.
Cat is
You know what I'm
not
saying?
a 5.
No, he's not. Well, we know he's not a 5.
He's
we
never-
know he's a 4.
He's
a
never
stretch
been a
4.
5.
He's a stretch 4.
He can
plays the
play
3-point
5.
line.
He could play in supplement. He could play 5.
Only
But
in rebounding.
I
5.
don't want him fucking starting 5
Yeah,
in
nah.
any game, bro.
Yeah, uh-huh.
He's a big
stretch
4. Let him be
Yeah.
a big 4.
That's it. So let him live on the 3-point line. Let Mitch give us these opportunities for the offensive rebounds, which has been his MO since we've gotten him the second chance opportunities.
When has
that
a
we're able to
center been a successful center and their sweet spot is 4 or 5 feet behind the 3-point line?
get? Word. Yeah.
How the fuck are you supposed to rebound if that's your sweet spot?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it don't make no sense.
If we have Mitch on the inside, that's all the offensive boards, bro.
Yeah, uh-huh. Or just
Give me that.
Yeah, or just forcing them to play honest, not being able to double team like that. Because if you go out to double team, you know you're giving up the opportunity of that offensive rebound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And not only that, that's their weak point.
Uh-huh.
Their big man situation is their weak point.
Uh-huh. And he got to hit his free throws. Like he proved he could do it when that shit happened in Boston, and they started doing it. And then he started hitting, and he like all his free throws and shit like that. It's like, motherfucker, you could do it. Like you shouldn't have stopped practicing. Like you should be continuing to practice your fucking free throws every fucking day. Every day you should be shooting 100 free throws, like straight up.
It puts a body that's bigger than Miles Turner on Miles Turner.
Word.
Okay. This situation solves a lot of shit. I've been mentally breaking it down since this morning.
And not only that, like now, like before we go, like I mean, we already could that, but I want to go back to game 2. Siakam has a game in his life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? What they did at the end of the first game, they had the game was like a miracle. They constantly needed miracles to beat us. We are the better team.
Yes.
It's just that we're not playing the better game team because we're playing their game and not playing our game, which is that slow down, half court. You know what I'm saying? Running off picks and shit like that for Brunson and getting open shots for Bridges and Cat. You know what I'm saying? And driving to the basket for floaters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's our game, not the ISO, the passing and shit like that. This is what we need to get back to. Hopefully, we'll be able to display that with now Mitch in the starting lineup. Hopefully, he allows Mitch now being in the starting lineup to now play fucking at least 30 minutes or more into the fucking game.
Yeah.
Like 21 fucking minutes. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you kidding me?
Like, in all reality, I feel like we could still win in 7.
I still think so, too.
You know what I'm saying?
I fucking still think so.
Like we can still win in 7, dog.
I think
Fuck all that, bro.
we
Fuck all
won-
that. You know what I'm saying?
we won this last series, winning the first 2 games in the series. I think we
Uh-huh.
could win this series, losing the first 2.
Yeah,
games
no,
in
I
the
really
series.
feel like too, and I feel like it starts tonight. Like it's beyond must win. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, how bad do you want it?
We know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
We know what
Now
it is.
that's what it is. Are you looking like you want to get swept, nigga? You want to look like that team?
Nah.
Or you want to step it up?
Fuck out of here.
Like what the fuck?
Flash in the pan type shit. I'm not
Yeah.
fucking having some
Like
embarrassment
dog.
shit.
Like if we get swept, that's just as bad as losing to Boston.
Yeah.
Like Tibbs, you're
Nah.
still liable, motherfucker.
Nah.
Don't be like, oh, I got us in the Eastern Conference Finals and
No,
you do
I
that
want
shit,
us,
nigga.
I want us winning in 7.
Nah, hell yeah.
I want us
Hell
winning in
yeah.
7, bro, and us choking them off the floor.
Yeah,
I
dragging
know,
them,
I know.
dragging them off the floor.
Everyone choking.
Hell yeah.
Everyone giving them the
You're
choke,
not gonna
bro.
tell me that we could fucking beat Boston by 30 and shit like that, and we can't do that to these niggas. Fuck out of here. Open this, please.
Pass it over. Stop. Don't even worry about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even fathom us getting swept to some shit.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's looking like. That's what we got to go back to. We in India. We in hostile territory. Let me tell you. I don't know how many people from New York live in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, like how many fucking Knicks fans are gonna be peppered into this fucking crowd? Probably not that much.
I could see us still going. I know it's not Philly.
No.
It's not. I know it's not like immediate. I know it's not easy, like immediate, like access wise.
Mhm.
But same thing with Boston, you know.
Yeah.
But I think like it's not super far.
Yeah.
So I think we have enough. And same thing, bro. It's probably cheaper to go to Indiana and pay for a flight back and forth than it is to go to a fucking one playoff game at the Garden. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so if it's cheaper to do that, I could see a lot of fucking people doing that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
that ticket's not a fucking expensive flight right there. Like,
yeah, like we gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. It's probably people, but you know what it is?
Probably
It's the same
save money,
people.
bro.
It's probably the same people. You know what I'm saying? People that went to game 1 and 2 in New York and had the bread is the same people that's gonna show up into Indiana with the fucking bread. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we show out, nigga. But I don't know, man. We gotta play our game. We're not playing our game. We're playing the Indiana game, that quick, fast. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth, running and gunning. You know what I'm saying? That's not our style of play. We haven't really been like that. When we're flowing like that, it's usually because of our defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like our defense is causing turnovers or, you know, bad shots where we're able to capitalize, run, and get a quick basket. You know what I'm saying? That's where you see Josh Hart at his best. You know what I'm saying? You know, facilitating, you know, in that atmosphere. It always starts with the defense. And, you know, we lack defense, you know, with that previous lineup. You know what I'm saying? And we're a better team with Mitch on the ground.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like keep playing.
Mitch should not be your Mitch is not your reliever.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch is your offset, immediate, like off the bat. Sorry, not even offset. Off the fucking bat, like offensive rebounds, like getter, like blocker, big body in the fucking paint. Should be that all game. You know, like, I'm sorry, unless he gets into foul trouble, you know, but like he's immediately going to fucking be gains.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to do that Hack-a-Mitch a whole lot more if he's starting, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily like it's proven that it doesn't fucking work.
Yeah. And all I'm going to say is like the rotation, like if you're going to be thin at the rotation, then, you know, let McBride be the rotation between Bridges and Brunson because they could all three play together at different times. You could put Brunson and Bridges, Brunson McBride, Bridges and Brunson and Bridges.
Deuce has been such a come up, bro. He's been a positive.
Yeah,
he's been one of the fucking positives. But I'm sorry, all right.
Yeah,
I Jalen Brunson, I fucking love the fuck out of you, bro. You changed the Knicks culture. You have brought greatness to the city. All right, we love you here at the Jones Hour. But
facts.
We looked great when you weren't on the floor the last game.
No, I think that was the first game. Was that the last game?
It was the last game. And same thing with the game before that.
Mm-hmm.
When you're off the floor,
It's because he do
the
too much dribbling.
You're
He do
holding
that.
the-
He do too
bro,
much of that dribbling.
You're
bro.
holding the ball way too much with zero direction.
Yeah, man.
If you had a little bit direction for your ISO, I have no problem with you running ISO. You do miraculous shit.
Mhm.
All right. But if it's not for you to literally go like drive in and kick it out, or you not to fucking get a great fucking 3-pointer off some fucking pick and rolls or whatever, bro, I don't want to fucking see it, bro. Like we need to move the ball. We have OG.
Mhm.
We have Mikal Bridges.
Because then what happens
You
is
have other talented. You have Cat. You have other talented. Literally, and put in a position where they're a mainstay. They can give you 30 points a night.
Mhm.
You know, like
because what you're doing is also is by holding it. You only leave yourself two options. Like when you're driving and now you're forced for a kick out to be to one of these players like OG or Bridges. Now they're shooting a higher pressure shot.
yeah,
Now you're shooting a shot with like 2 seconds, 1 second left on the shot clock. You know what I'm saying? So now it doesn't get the same fluid motion or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like now you're adding pressure onto the team, and then those long shots also lead to long rebounds, fast breaks. We know how the Pacers run, so then they're gonna be gone. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I mean, you're right about that. We need to operate a little bit earlier in the shot clock and not rely so much on Brunson. But in reality, not just Robinson being the man that got to start. We need big games from either Bridges or OG.
Yeah.
We need a 25-er from one of them.
I think it's.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's gonna, we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get games from both of them this series, and I'm really hoping so. But I think that relationship between OG and Siakam is they know each other, bro. They balled with each other for a long fucking time. You know, they have a close knit relationship. I think that motherfucker's gonna put a fucking splash.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's gonna be this game. I think it's gonna be fucking tonight, and I think OG is gonna be the X factor for it.
Yeah, because Siakam. First of all, Siakam was manhandling fucking Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was fucking disrespectful. How he was just like one arm boxing him out, like throughout the game, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, you right with OG and everything like that. But what I was saying is like Cat and Brunson also, they've been our two main scorers. You know what I'm saying? That first game, I think. It was like 43 and 35 was their numbers, respectively. You know what I'm saying? That's almost nearly 80 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need the 80 points, 80 plus points to come from three.
Yeah.
Not two players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need the like I said, the Bridges or the Brunson to come in and be that type of player for us that adds the extra scoring, that doesn't put so much pressure on Cat and Brunson.
You gotta spread the offense.
You know what I'm
out,
saying?
Man.
But they
equal distribution. Like if everyone gives us 20, No,
it's got to be like 25. Those three players got to give us 25 plus.
Avi. But if OG and Mikal Bridges give us 20 in this game, we win it. Every game, if they've given us high numbers,
that's what I'm saying.
We've won those games, bro.
We win those games.
They're
I'm telling you, it's going to start with the defense, bro.
You gotta let them cook, and you are right about that. But you gotta let them cook.
Yeah.
When we're in that situation where like we're making a play or whatever, you have to make the plays outside of just Jalen Brunson, bro.
Right. Yeah. If Bridges scores a basket or it looks like he doesn't move and give him like that, next play down, give him the ball again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, go ahead, bro. Let me see you do your thing. You feeling it right now? Let him get into that groove.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about.
But if you're gonna hold the fucking ball
and then
for fucking literally
the
whole entire shot clock, every fucking possession, all right, it leaves us shitty fucking situations. If you fucking sitting there going like this, and I'm not saying like to play hurry up offense, that's not our game. But I'm saying we got to switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point. We're living in a situation where we're fucking playing. We can't play like the Celtics.
Yeah.
We can't die with our culture, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Our culture is not set in stone. We've developed this culture in what? Last year?
Mm-hmm.
It's not proven. We haven't won a championship yet.
Right.
It makes sense for the Celtics to live and die by their shit. They want a chip with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't make sense for us to live and die with their shit. We need to be able to adapt and change.
Right.
I want to see that from Tibbs. If I can't see that from Tibbs, if I can't see him fucking just make subtle fucking changes, bro,
Yeah.
like I don't want this dude anymore. Like if that's the case, I don't want him here anymore.
Right.
That's not the coach I want.
Yeah, facts. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the consensus for Knicks fans if we don't win this fucking series.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
As stupid as it sounds, we said this in the first series.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't say this in the second series because we were clearly winning like against the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
But in this series, I'm gonna say it again, bro. Like if we get swept, I don't want him here anymore.
Yeah. If we get swept. If we get swept, it's going to be a big problem. It's going to be the same type of question marks on your job as it was versus Boston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't give a
Because
fuck what you did with Boston. That was yesterday.
Yeah. It's right now. It's the here and the now. You got us here, and we, like I said, we look like the better team. We had both these games won, and you were out coached, and we lost both of these games.
Facts.
And you didn't know how to handle that run at the end of game one, and you had no adjustment for what Siakam was doing, because he was still bodying OG2. You should have tried Achua. You should have tried fucking Precious. You should have tried somebody else to fucking
switch it.
Play defense on him. Let me see what you could do with it.
Yeah.
Because he's killing us. He's killing us. You know what I mean? And we gave the game up.
So sad, man.
Yeah. But we have a shot at redemption tonight. And we'll see, what happens.
I think we can still do this. I think we got this in 7.
I think we got this in 7 too. But we need to take both these games right back.
Yeah.
I think the NBA would love it. I think the fix is in.
Everyone's preaching on this, I think
rivalry
or whatever.
No, I'm talking about the NBA, the referees.
Let it be known
see these games
that me and him, all right, me and Jones, all right, fucking hate the Pacers. Fucking
hate them.
Hate the fucking Pacers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that hate is real, bro.
Real.
It's fucking real. All right, I don't want to hear shit about it. I like that whole choke shit. Reggie Miller fucking commentating all our fucking games, having to listen to his fucking goddamn voice, tell a fucking story over goddamn over and over and over again.
Yeah,
you're overrated. I don't want to hear shit from you, bro.
Yeah.
You're fucking lame. I'm sorry. Fuck the Pacers.
Fuck.
There you go. I got it off my chest.
There you go.
Yeah, play a drop. We got there you go.
That's it. So wait. So tonight is the night.
8 o'clock.
Tonight's the night. It's game night. I think the whole city will be watching. I think if you need to run an errand tonight after 8 o'clock, the streets will be empty. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think there's a household that's not gonna have this game on in some sort of fashion. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, because it's a difference of people going to work happy or sad in the morning on Monday. You know what I'm saying?
You are right. You are
literally,
right.
Because it means that much.
So let's switch it up. You want to get into some ball and stuff?
Yeah.
Some baseball?
No. We gotta go to the
Western Conference.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Got you.
I'm trying to find.
Damn, bro.
Oh, Minnesota spanked them last night. 143-101.
Statement game.
I kind of said that last week, though. You know what I'm saying? I did say that last week. When I said it was going to go 7 games with home teams winning, and so we see what happens that 7th game. I really want, obviously, the Knicks in Minnesota. Obviously, that whole dynamic of how that trade was made, it really would show like basically both teams what they needed. You know what I'm saying, to get over that hump, to be there. You know what I'm saying, and obviously the Knicks being one of them is like, oh my God, how many years has it been? So when it's like that, it means something. But Minnesota, Anthony Edwards, they play different at home, and OKC, they're a good team, they're a deep team, and Minnesota is as well, and um, I think these home games is really what's going to decide it. Um, Game 7, obviously, OKC probably should win, but you can't sleep on Minnesota then. We're going to see if Ant-Man really could be the face after he got denied, all NBA first team. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I think that was a slap because it's like it got out that, you don't want to be a father, nigga. So you don't want to be a father, you can't be the face of the NBA. LeBron's a father, man. Kobe's a father, man. You better act right. You know what I'm saying? You don't play that role, dog. You're not ever gonna be the face of the NBA. I'll tell you that much. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to buy out fucking child support payments is crazy, nigga. It's crazy work, nigga. Like whatever they said, it's 10,000 a month. You start doing the calculations till 18, and you like, what? What's that? 7 million? Yeah, I'll give you the 7 million right now. Here you go, and walk away. Like is crazy work type shit. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be the face of the league, motherfucker? You got to be a father. That's what I was saying. You heard it?
What?
That Anthony Edwards.
Oh,
He didn't get All NBA first team. You know what I'm saying? And he had the season that deserved it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could see that argument.
Yeah. And I was like, you want to be the face and you don't want to be a father trying to pay out child support payments and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Before the kid is born or something like, what's that song by 50? Have a baby by me, being a millionaire.
Yeah. I don't fucking remember off the top of my head.
Stanky rich. I'm gonna die trying to spend this shit. So, I can't remember this one. Get money? No, that's not get money. Whatever. Queen shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out 50. You know what I'm saying? All love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, word. We love you, bro.
Oh, yeah, facts. I seen 50 one time.
That's
I'll tell
fine.
you that. Yep, working out in the gym. He was in the gym in the hood. Came through with like a trainer and shit.
That's sick.
Yep, seen him one day. I just gave him the head nod. He gave it a head nod back. I was like, oh, fire. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
I didn't like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was thinking, trying to eat brolic and shit, trying to, do his thing and shit. I'm like, all right. Gave him the head nod. He's like, I was like, word, fire. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's it. But yeah, the Thunder. My bad. I got off topic crazy.
No, you good.
But the Thunder T-Wolves decided in 7. Gotta be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your boy had a point. Ain't nobody working Monday anyway, so you can get lit tonight.
Hmm?
It's tomorrow's a holiday.
Yeah, word. Oh yeah, that's a fact. Oh yeah.
So Knicks fans, turn the hell up tonight, bro.
Hell yeah. That watch party outside the Garden is gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, so you gotta figure though, but some barbecues are today. Some people probably barbecuing today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of tomorrow. But I don't got no barbecues actually. You got a barbecue?
Tomorrow?
No, today or tomorrow. Yeah.
Someone invited me to a barbecue tomorrow.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know if I could go though, but
you got friends.
yeah.
You're cool, man. Yeah, nobody invited me.
You're one of my friends though.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate you. My brother.
Brother.
My brother. Word. So how do you still feel? Do you? I was trying to say like.
Do I still want the Wolves to win? Is that what
you
you're
said
saying?
the Thunder. You picked the Thunder.
Yeah.
not the Wolves.
But do I still feel like OKC is gonna win?
No, do you feel like it's gonna go 7 games, like I said, with these home teams winning? You know what I'm saying? Like next game is game 4. Do you think OKC will win game 4 in Minnesota or something?
No,
like
I don't. I mean, the NBA would probably love that because there's more games, but I don't necessarily see that being the case. Like what OKC showed in the first 2 games, yeah, you could say that a lot of it, like the Wolves made a lot of poor decisions. A lot of it was just childish mistakes, like a lot of immature mistakes, a lot of, like dumb fouling, a lot of, you know what I mean? A lot of poor decisions were being made. But yeah, no, I still see OKC winning this in like, I don't know, 6.
6. Oh, so you still feel positive about it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna go to the stretch, but I don't see it going 7.
Oh yeah, nah, it's gonna go 7. Like I said, home teams winning. Home teams winning. Home teams winning the whole way through. You know what I mean? Like this next game in Minnesota, I feel like Minnesota's gonna win. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of I'll just give you the shit to look at. You know what the fuck's being said. Keep going.
Yeah, word. But it's playoffs, baby. Pardon me. It's the playoffs. It's playoffs.
Nah, I personally.
Oh
look
my
at
god, yo! If you go there with the Pacers jersey, bro, they're gonna throw the garbage at you, man. You better chill out. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they did to the other homie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was kind of fucked up, but kind of funny at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta know where you're at sometimes. You know, that's a hostile environment. A casual, met Yankees Red Sox game. If you showed up to Yankee Stadium, somebody's gonna probably call you an asshole and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Maybe throw a peanut at you or whatever.
Bro, it's gonna be way worse.
But it's regular shit. It's what you asked for. But you doing this shit right now, Indiana, like the way the fucking Knicks feel, the city feel, the fans feel. You asking for problems. You trying to go viral or some shit.
You want all the smoke, bro.
Yeah. You trying to go viral.
You could have said that about a bunch of different fan bases, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, same thing with Philly.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Philly, well, you know what?
But we did it last year to Philly, and a bunch of fucking like white boys from Long Island did that shit. You know what I mean?
No, because our local rivalries is Philly and Boston, like because of like the Red Sox, the Phillies, the 76ers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
In basketball, in reality, that's
the Bruins, the Flyers. You could
reality, it's less Pacers. We have more historic games against the Pacers, but we have less matchups.
You know what I'm saying? I was going to say about like that with in terms of the Knicks, like the Heat and the Pacers is where them two, where we go back with our rivalry with them.
Yeah,
you know what
like
I'm saying?
real hatred, like real scrappy.
Yeah, those are teams that I hate. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys, Eagles, Red Sox. All the Philly teams, all the Boston teams, Cowboys, and and the fucking Tar Heels.
I'm Braves, Phillies, and Pacers, Heat slightly.
Yeah, and back in the day, I did respect Reggie though. You know what I'm saying? I did respect Reggie. When they played the Lakers, I actually wanted the Pacers to win. I wanted Reggie to win. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, he deserved that ring. You know what I mean? But he didn't get it. And then the Malice really fucked it up because that team was fit, and ready to go.
Homie had like 16-4 for his career. I'm good on that.
Word.
A little overrated.
Oh, those are the teams you hate? Yankees, Braves, Phillies? Oh, so you big Mets fan. Well, we about to get into the Mets right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's switch gears off the NBA. Stage is set in the West and the East. Minnesota did their thing, spanked them by over 40 last night. You know what I'm saying? So, they made it. It's not a series until an away team wins. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel home teams will win throughout in this series with Minnesota and the Thunder, and we've already lost that in the fucking Knicks. So, you know what I'm saying? We gotta fucking
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to just keep it going and shit like that. But the Thunder series is it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting because you got these two stars. Before we get into baseball, SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and Anthony Edwards. You know, SGA just won the MVP. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Edwards is, like I said, trying to be the face if he could be a father. You know what I mean? And they both, you know, trying to, you know, propel themselves to be in that conversation that they're playing like. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people that play at MVP levels but don't make it. Look at Alex Rodriguez. He fucking hit 50 something home runs for the Texas Rangers and they finished last place and he won MVP. You know what I'm saying? There's sometimes like it just happens like that. You know what I'm saying? But like when you want a real team, then you know you got to be considered and whatnot.
Yep.
So yeah, that series is real interesting with that. Two young players, guards, shit like that. So we'll see how it plays out. But let's get into the Mets and Yankees. We'll start with the Mets, like I said. There's been a lot of, you know, talk over your man Soto, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of you know, mentioning of being unhappy, you know, on both sides. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like how management is feeling, how Soto is feeling. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that, man?
It's just it's a good problem to have.
Is it?
Yeah, because when you're having this discussion, that means you're incredibly blessed with the situation that you're in.
I don't know.
You know, when you're talking about shit like this. I just feel like uh you get put in these situations, whether it's people being happy or things working out in an organization, usually when they are incredibly successful, talented athletes. So I can see us fixing this within the year, like, knock on wood for that. But like when it comes down to it, bro, like I'm not gonna stress this shit. Like a lot of it's hype, a lot of it's over dramatization, a lot of it is just inflated bullshit.
Mhm.
We live in a kind of toxic um hype reel when it comes down to like sports reactions where everyone's like, oh my fucking god, this is crazy, especially on a New York level. So it becomes a little exasperating and it becomes a little fucking tiring when you're hearing this shit when you are like not in a bad position. Like I want to hear this when we're in a bad position, when we're losing the fucking first, 12 games of the season or whatever. Then you can start asking fucking questions and shit. I think we're in a good position. Our lineup is strong. Things will get better. Like coalescing will happen. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like uh, people will start gelling. Personalities are going to clash at first. All that other shit.
Well,
Like
you know what? I'll say this, not to cut you off. Or
no, go
whatever.
for it.
I would say like winning heals a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're winning, you know the talks don't happen as much. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The voices aren't as loud. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And Soto has had slumps as yes, you can refer to last year's stats in those 2 months. But I'm talking about just
No, he's been shitty for the start of the season, bro.
no, I'm just talking about like just his what they're reporting like, oh, when he was at the Yankees series, he looked his happiest when he was interacting with the Yankees players.
See,
as
that's
opposed to
see,
the Mets
that's
players.
the that's the
That's the
micro.
shit you're
Yeah, that's
talking
what I
about.
don't like.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
that's
that's what they because that's what I'm saying. That's what you that's the media in New York is hard to deal with. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
because
he
that's
switched sides, man. He chose this. He
yeah,
chose this life,
he
bro.
chose it,
this
but
life. I don't think
that
he
is
understood what he
exasperated
chose,
by a pissed
but he
off.
chose it.
That's exasperated and brought to the surface by bitter Yankee fans.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
We not bitter, bro. We welcomed him.
Yeah.
We welcomed it. Why are we bitter? We we just as good right now. We're gonna get into the Yankees after we
But
finish this
but in
conversation.
general, he's no
But
matter
we have no reason to be mad at him.
no matter what he does, he's gonna be under a
We bounce
microscope.
back. You see Max Fried?
The dude signed the biggest sports contract in baseball history, in sports history.
Yeah.
So everything he does when he breathes, it's gonna be questioned.
Mm.
No matter what, bro. Like, so I'm like I said, live and let live. I really, really hope that he's not paying attention to this shit. You know, like it's important not to.
I think it
You
got
know,
to get to him a
the
little
boy,
bit.
the boys, of course it does. But I hope that his teammates and the people around him are alleviating that by just literally taking him out of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, this is where your man Lindor needs to, step
Yeah.
up. This is where, your man Alonso needs to step
Facts.
up. You know what I'm saying? If he wants a long-term deal or whatever to be here and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But, the chatter is going to start to get louder depending on the performance. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just lost back-to-back series against us and Boston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're at home
Red
against the
Sox.
Dodgers now. You that's a rubber game. You won one and you lost one already. So you're looking to finally win a series.
Mhm.
But if you lose tonight, now you lost 3 series in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now this is when things start to snowball, and like I said, that chatter
this
gets
one,
a little bit louder.
this
the
one,
White Sox.
this one, I'm
You get
stressing.
saved. You get saved with the series against the Rockies.
This
Then,
one, I'm
then you
stressing
go to
more.
LA. You know
This
what I'm
one, I'm
saying?
stressing more just because of that
For 4 games. You
The
go to
fact
LA
that-
for 4 games.
The fact that it's a National League team, I'm stressing more mentally about it. But yeah, I'm still optimistic, positive about the season. When it comes down to a couple of injuries that we've had, like I still think that we'll be able to like roll with the punches with that shit, But yeah, bro, I'm happy.
Are you happy?
Fucking A, hell yeah.
Oh, because I wasn't sure. You know what I'm
You
saying?
sound insecure, bro.
Why would I sound insecure? You're not even in first no more.
You sound insecure.
Phillies is in first.
You sound insecure.
I'm not insecure, nigga.
Yeah.
Now you should be. You're 31-21. Phillies in first place by 3 games against y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We're 31 and 21. We're 10
where the
games
Braves
over
is at.
500.
Look at where the
I'm not
Braves
going to stress anything,
And
bro.
look at where the Braves is at. It's funny I didn't even bring that up, but what's this? In 2023, we won 75 games. In 2024, we won 10 games. No, the Mets
Tell
are the
him,
truth.
bro.
No, he's the Mets. I'm big Yankees, baby.
You sound insecure.
I'm big Yankees. Don't let this shit behind me fool you. I'm big Yankees. You know what I'm saying? This is his vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? BX. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But no, I was just saying, because y'all gotta, y'all gotta get it together. You gotta step it up, man. Yeah. You're not even in first. Philly's in first. You see the Braves right here at 25 and 26. But a couple of weeks back when we was doing the show, we was looking at how bad they was. The thing, you fucking Acuna comes back, literally the first pitch in his first at bat back, and he hits a home run. You know what I'm saying?
Jones is also a low-key Braves fan.
I'm a Braves fan on the low, kind of. Yeah, I am. I like the Braves. The two teams you hate the most, right?
No, I don't really hate the Yankees, bro.
No, my man's right here though.
I hate. Yeah, for him, yeah. I hate the Phillies.
They might have ruined this game. They might have ruined this game, but just his presence and being able to do that is gonna add a spark. And just for them being now just 1 game under 500, getting back to just where they're gonna be at shows where this division is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Nationals, they could possibly compete. Like I mean, we're only May. You know what I'm saying? So that's it becomes so hard to question or judge or try to pinpoint where teams will be or where teams won't be. You know what I'm saying? We've seen so many teams just just turn the corner right at the All-Star break or something and go on a crazy run where they was out the playoffs and now they're in the playoffs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's
baseball, bro.
yeah, because and because of that, and then also sometimes when your schedule, there's times where in your schedule helps you or your schedule hurts you, and playing like starting out the season playing all of these top teams and then ending out playing some of the bottom teams, games where you're supposed to win, series you're
Yeah.
supposed to win, sweeps that you could get, you know what I mean? So, you're looking for that. But it's still tight. Look at NL West, still tight. Dodgers, Giants, Padres, even Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks are at
We knew that. Though.
500.
We knew that.
But wow, the Rockies 9-43. You know what I'm saying? Even though they just got their win against us the other day.
Yo, fuck the Rockies, bro.
9
What a
wins,
shit
bro.
franchise.
They got 9 wins.
Y'all are built to have an advantage.
Who?
And the Rockies.
Yeah, with their the air and everything.
Yeah, man.
And all they do
Supposed
is
to be
give
more-
up home runs to everybody else and shit.
Yeah,
That was always their problem by having their stadium
They're
over
cheap.
there, the way the shit goes.
that's what
They
it
should have
is.
a dome.
They're the cheapest owner in the goddamn league.
They
Everyone
should
was
probably
hating
don't.
hating on fucking the Oakland, but the Rockies are just as cheap, if not more cheaper, bro.
Yeah, if they have a dome, maybe they could change the air.
They don't even want to try to like spend money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why have a team if you're not willing to spend money on the team?
Mm-hmm.
Embarrassing.
All right. Well, let's switch to the Yankees now.
Yeah.
We doing our thing, man. I think it's obviously, we still have some question marks in terms of players when they get back and get healthy and where we're gonna put them. And I think that's gonna be a big question mark for Boone and the decisions he has to make, especially when you start seeing players like Stanton coming back and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like where you gonna put certain players, Always we're in first place by 5.5 games over the Red Sox. But the Blue Jays, Rays, and Red Sox are all separated by just a half a game. Orioles surprisingly 17-34, which they came into the season with so much promise with all of their prospects that they have. You know what I'm saying? And then now they don't got that no more. But we running on all cylinders. All cylinders.
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah, Judge is still doing his thing. Oh wait, there's the Mets. I'm on the Mets. Judge is still doing his thing. Maybe just at 400 now batting. We're gonna be able to continue to hold the spot that we're in. Oh, we're losing now already. Wow, bottom of the first 2-1 against the Rockies. Then we going on a West Coast trip. Oh, we already on a West Coast trip against Colorado. Then we're going against the Angels and the Dodgers. And I know my pops is definitely going to one of those Angels games because he lives in California. Maybe going to one of those Dodger games as well. So you already know that's what it is. And then we'll come back home for the Guardians and Red Sox. Red Sox series is going to be big. They are our biggest rival. Even Anaheim back in the day. I mean, Anaheim or LA. I don't even know what you call the Angels no more. But I remember back in the day when Socia was like the manager and they had Vlad Guerrero and all those nice players and whatnot. They was one of our biggest rivals along with Boston. You know what I'm saying? They fell off, ever since then. But
Who?
The Angels.
Oh, that's another franchise.
Back in the day, they used to be, a real big problem for the Yankees, and now, all they got is. I feel bad for a guy like Trout. I mean, yeah, you're loyal, and you'll probably never have to fucking ever, pay for a steak out there. You know what I'm saying? But like you wasted your career out there on a team that was never really a team that was
Willing to
in a state to be competitive. You know
not
what I'm
even
saying?
willing to be competitive.
Well, I mean, they was when they got Otani, you know what I'm saying? But they never just try to get the pieces, around them,
That's what I mean.
because like you got two of the biggest hitters in baseball and not have no pitching or players around them, to make it all mesh.
Yeah.
They've kind of lost a lot when they changed reins from back in the day to the people that's running it now.
Yeah.
You know. Oh wow, Colorado now up 3-1 against the Yankees. Bottom of the first. Good job, guys. Oh, maybe it's back to 2. Maybe they called them out. That would be nice. Oh, we'll see what happens.
It's the first.
Yeah, but yeah, man, it's so much young. The season is so young. You know what I'm saying? But as we get through May and into June, you're gonna start seeing those teams start to separate. I mean, a team like Colorado is already separated into where they're gonna be at. But some of the other teams start to separate.
Right.
Because it's still tight when you look at these standings. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I was looking at. In some of these divisions in the AL and in the NL. Like, yeah, the Yankees is up 5.5 games, but then you got 3 teams separated by a half a game. And then in the Central, you got the Tigers, Twins, Guardians, and Royals all separated by just 5.5 games
Mhm.
in that whole division with the White Sox in last. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the whole AL West separated by just 8 games. You know what I'm saying? With the Mariners in first, but I mean Oakland, we expected them not to be, a real good team this year, but at this very moment, 8 games is obviously not so insurmountable. You know what I'm saying? And in comparison to where the White Sox is like 16 games out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now that those divisions are tight. When you look in the NL again, Braves could be making a comeback. It's just for now, Mets and Phillies. But when you go through the Central over here, you got the Cubs, Cardinals, Reds, and Brewers all separated by just 6.5 games. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the West, like we already did. Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants, Dodgers, all separated by 6 games.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all still early and it's still
In the end.
tight races and shit like that. But it's gonna be exciting to see as the summer comes and those dog days come and we see where these teams are at.
Right.
But it's bright for New York fans just in general. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the Knicks do, you know what I'm saying. It was great. It's been great to cheer for them. It's been great to be here. It's been great after just being a city that didn't really get to show what they're really about. You know what I'm saying? For so long, that we've been just trash in so many sports, especially football, um,
Are you gonna shed a tear right now?
almost, but the Knicks being, in this position and then, Mets and Yankees being in the positions they're in, definitely looking like playoff teams at the least. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if, the Mets and Yankees will, win or be in the World Series just yet. You know what I'm saying? But definitely look like teams that will definitely be in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Going into October and whatnot. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think we're done with the sports for the New York sports.
Whatever's clever, bro.
Do
you have anything?
Oh, well, I mean, wait a minute. I just wanted to say one thing. Give me 1 second. Oh, shout out to Stars and Oilers hockey. They playing right now. First period 0-0, and that series tied 1-1. They in the same conference finals over there as well. You know what I'm saying?
Stars doing their thing, bro.
Yep.
Both are, but in general.
Yep, and then you got
haven't seen them do their thing in a while.
Yeah, Panthers and Hurricanes. Panthers looking like they're about to sweep. The Panthers been nice for the past 3 years,
which is insane to me, bro.
And the Hurricanes, you know what I'm saying?
Because the Canes have been crushing.
Mm-hmm.
Canes looked so good in that last series, bro.
Yeah. But Panthers, they've been that team, I think, for like the past 3 years.
Yo,
You know what I'm
shout out to all these warm weather fucking hockey teams, bro.
right?
Been crushing
Dallas,
it. And you're like, yo, how?
yeah,
You're
Carolina.
Carolina, Dallas, Florida,
Edmonton is Canada.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay been nice too. Yeah.
Who else? There's a bunch,
Vegas.
Yeah,
In the desert.
bro. There's all the hot weather team. All the hot weather teams are fucking crushing it.
Word. Facts. But that's gonna be who you think. All right, between these four, who you think wins? Well, I mean, I guess it's obvious that Florida is gonna win, so we already know that. So who you got between Dallas and Edmonton? And do you think Dallas and or Edmonton would be able to beat Florida if they go in the Stanley Cup?
If Edmonton, yes. If Florida, if Dallas, no.
I think it's no either way. I think the Florida got it in the bag. I think the Panthers about to win the cup. I don't think there's a team fucking with them.
I think if you put the Oilers in the finals, it's hype.
Right.
I think no matter what, I think the history of that team, I think they're just in general, the history of them in the NHL in general, like they're one of the founding teams of the league. I think they haven't been in that position a long fucking time. If you put them in that position, bro, Canada is going to be lit. I think I think it's not even, it's a fucking country trying to win that ship again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Facts, that's a fact.
It's literally they have their teams, bro, and their teams have gotten nothing recently. So I think if you put them in that position, they're not gonna want Florida to get anything, bro.
Yeah, right. I don't think I want Florida to win either, but I'm just saying. I want.
No, I feel you. If you put your money on it, you put your money on Florida. I feel you. I feel you.
Right. All right, so now let's get into the vinyl of the week.
All right.
I just wanted to cover, because they,
No, we got to catch all the corners, bro. We got to cover it all.
Yeah, they getting close.
This week's vinyl of the week is Wu Block, 2012's Wu Block. A collab album between members of Wu-Tang and D-Block. Most of it being Sheek Louch and Ghostface, kind of being the glue on this album. Their relationship probably sparked this album. This was, I think,
you gotta love. Go ahead,
yeah, no, absolutely, bro. It's literally a coalescing between two of the best groups to ever exist in hip hop. Not only that, two of the greatest New York City collectives coming together and making the album together. They lay it out like this, as you could say. You see, Ghost and Sheek are in a majority of the album, of the tracks on the song, on the album. Sorry, but this album is fucking fire, bro. Like, you're talking about, if you want to listen to some hard shit, if you're trying to go to the gym right now, listen to some hard shit, get this fucking album. I guarantee you there's a lot of you motherfuckers that are listening that haven't listened to this album, haven't heard this album, didn't know it fucking existed.
I didn't hear it until today, and the tracks that you heard that I heard so far, even especially the first one, that shit was fire.
Absolutely, bro.
Shit was fire. Jadakiss, and that's so you got all of them. You get Ghostface, Raekwon, Capadonna, Method Man.
And it's not like Styles isn't
Jizza.
on. Yes, it's not like Styles isn't in it. It's not it's
and
not like
get,
the rest of
you already.
Yeah, and then it's not like
Sheek, Styles, and Jada.
Yeah, exactly. And no matter what, you're always gonna get Ghost. You're always gonna get Raekwon. It's either or type of situation, or it's both of them together.
And the same thing with Sheek and Styles.
Exactly.
And then you get some Meth and others. But for a true hip hop fan like this, I knew about this. I definitely knew about the album, but you know how, as you could see in the background, my man Aunt Ass's vinyl collection is, real deal, and the reason why we do this vinyl thing every week. You know what I'm saying? this is fire, man. You know what I'm saying? The true New York hip hop heads, or just hip hop heads in general. That I've actually yet to see the Lox in concert. That's something that's now on the bucket list. After I've already seen Wu-Tang and Nas.
Yeah, you got that. You got that New York State of Mind tour, right?
You know what I'm saying? I did see. If I to be honest, I have seen them perform back in 2000, Summer Jam 2000. That was Rough Riders Cash Money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they did perform like Ride or Die Bitch and like Fuck You and songs off the We Are the Streets album and shit like that. You know what I mean? But
which that album review should be coming out soon.
Yeah,
I definitely want to review that album.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Lox albums. I mean, favorite albums in life general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's that, not just when you angry and shit and you need that fight music and shit, amp you up, you know what I'm saying? That'll do it. You know what I mean? Because that shit is real. But
so a lot of these albums in general, when we're talking about collective albums, they're kind of harder to do. We had that whole and a lot of it has to do with just labels. If artists, you see it tons of times where you have collectives and groups where the members of, like, after the start of that collective pops off, you don't see them as much. Like they have their own individual projects and stuff like that. But with collective pieces, you might not see them on the tracks. Why? Because they're not signed to the same label as everyone else. It's a godsend, say something like Wu-Tang, and I think it has a lot to do with just general, like, how their contracts are written, where they're allowed to do these things, collaboratively, where every member is on a different fucking label. And like when you're signed to those labels, they know I'm going to be working with a Def Jam artist. I'm going to be working with the Columbia artist. I'm going to be working with the, Artista artist, or a fucking, I don't know, any other fucking record label fucking artist,
Right.
Like, off the set, like off the offset, like, hey, boom, this person's going to be working with our competitor's fucking artist, But that's what you get when you're signing a member of a fucking 8-person collective, you know what I mean? So it's even rarer for them to have an album together with another pair of artists that are on other labels.
Yeah.
So it's a little harder. You're not going to see these things often, and they're kind of godsends in music. I'm happy I own this. That's kind of crazy. Look at that album mixed by, there's another Antacid.
Anthony Acid. Wow.
I didn't even realize that. Anyway,
not you though.
Shit. Not me.
Not you though. Damn.
Anyway, these things are they're kind of hard, rarer to come by. I wish it was a little easier. I wish we saw artists that clearly you would go, yo, what if blah 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 teamed up with blah 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 from like these two artists from this group teamed up with these two artists of this group and created a group together. Wouldn't that shit be fucking fire? You know what I mean?
Like Outkast and Mobb Deep, but we called it Out Deep.
Dog, that would be fucking amazing.
Mobcast.
So that's what we got here. We got Wu Block, bro. But in general, bro, I love this album. It was very funny because I completely forgot that I picked this album like Monday or Tuesday, and I'm today thinking like, yeah, what album should I do? Blah, blah, blah. So much shit going on in my fucking life, kind of crazy. Right. But yeah, this is Wu Block, 2012's Wu Block. If you don't have it, go cop it.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's some hood shit. It's fucking fire. It's great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, don't listen.
If you want that real New York hip hop sound that you're looking for, then this is the album for you.
If you want your mom to question
verses and shit that you probably never even heard of, or beats that you definitely never heard of, but still, that hard shit. You know what I'm saying?
What word?
Facts. What you gonna say?
Nah, if you want your moms to question the decisions you made with your life, play this in front of her.
Yeah. She'll be like, what? What? Where did I go wrong?
Yeah. It's that type of music.
Like, chill, ma. I just want to get a shotgun silencer.
Yeah, word. I need a sawed off, ma.
Yeah, that's all.
That's it.
It's lyrics.
All right. Anything else, bro?
No, man. Another one wrapped up.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all fucking with us.
Yeah, word.
Jones Hour, we here. You know it's live. And Acid, the one and only Jonesy 2 times. Let's go Knicks. Game time. Let's go Mets for him. Let's go Yankees for me. And you already know. Appreciate the love and everybody that was fucking with us. You already know. And we out. Let me cue the music. Let me cue the music. And appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
You
bro.
already know my G. Let me get the music. It's right here. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. There it is. Oh.
That'll help.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what that motherfucker's talking about. That's Antacid.
Yeah.
Yo, Antacid, what's the deal? That's
That's
Antacid, bro.
you, bro.
I seen get the fuck up, you know.
What's love? The other Antacid. Peace, God.